Good evening, Faster Mai. I'm Jason Roberts. Welcome to this evening's Perspective. Come with me to the year 2100 AD, where in Manx Radio's news studio, a rather elderly John Moss is reading the news.
The headlines this hour: the Martian government announces it's to review the status of Earth's tax havens, including the Isle of Man. The first residents move into Dolgy's undersea domes for first-time buyers. And Milky Quail's great-great-grandson wins his first TT victory on the mountain circuit.
Well, he's had major problems with his fuel cells before this race, but everything's come together and he crosses the line to win the TTXGP.
I'm sure Milky Quail won't mind me speculating on the future of his bike racing dynasty. But what would the future of the TT look like? Well, you'll get the chance to find out next senior race day, when an eccentric lineup of machines will roll onto the start line at the grandstand for the beginning of the first TTXGP. The race takes place over one lap of the mountain circuit, and there's the usual mass of rules and regulations to adhere to. But the foremost commandment next June will be, thy bike shall produce no emissions. Organisers arranged an event last week to showcase the race. Tim Glover spoke to its founder, Azhar Hussain.
You know, I'm just pleased we had an opportunity to engage with the marshals. As I said, I think we could have engaged with them sooner, but now we're here, looking forward, and we look forward to working with the marshals, and hopefully this will be the start of several other engagements going forward.
There's obviously been quite a lot of debate on forums. It's that type of topic, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah, I was actually expecting a bit more questions. A lot of the forum questions weren't really asked tonight. I don't know why, but that was... Anyway, no, it went great. I think people were very nice, and we'll see what happens.
TT obviously has got a lot of history, a lot of heritage, and that might make some of the fans question a little bit a new concept.
Well, you know, history and heritage doesn't just exist, it's made. And this is just another step in that journey. This doesn't take anything away from what already exists. And whilst that exists, that's great, it's for its time. But times are changing, the technology is changing. So the TTXGP doesn't represent anything negative to the current heritage or history, and that's all great, but let's move forward, evolve the thing forward, and let's see what happens.
The Isle of Man government have certainly backed you on this, and they're keen that the Isle of Man is seen to be the first place to embrace this new form of racing.
As I mentioned, being first has significant benefits. It does mean something. You get to set the agenda. You get to set the stage for the debate going forward. The technology is developed here, it's tested here, and when it's then deployed around the world, it's always... its big cachet is that it first arrived at the TT, and I think that is the big thing that we bring. It gives an opportunity for the Isle of Man to be put onto the map in technology, in engineering, and give it a reason to engage with the world.
Most of the discussion here this evening was centred on electric bikes, but there's other technology, isn't there, that can be used?
We've also allowed hydrogen bikes, so we'll see. There's a couple of Suzuki. I've got a bike which they're moving forward with. So we'll see, yeah. We've also allowed hydrogen, fuel cell, hydrogen combustion. But the key thing is zero carbon fuel and zero toxic emissions. And that's quite a tough standard. So we're really looking, and of course hybrids. But we're really looking forward to see what comes out the other side. Hopefully all good.
TT again, with its 100-year history, there's names like Triumph, Norton. The Japanese Honda are going to be celebrating 50 years of racing in 2009. Are they going to be entering the TTXGP, or is it others?
At this point, it's others. I think we certainly know they're considering it. One of those manufacturers you mentioned may be putting a bike in, so they've been in touch, but we'll see what happens. I think the TTXGP represents a chance for new heroes, though, new industrialists, the Hondas and the Nortons of tomorrow to really make a stab. If they've got nothing to lose, they've got no baggage, they can come here fresh and try a completely new idea And if it succeeds, it gives them a leg up in the marketplace. And I'm hopeful that we'll be introducing a whole new generation of companies to the future. 5 years from now, 6 years from now, who knows? The new Honda may well have been built or started here.
But there's mention of universities, and I think that may be where some people have been negative about it because they see it as a version of the great egg race, if you like.
Most of in fact, not all, but most of the pioneering research is happening in our universities, in the advanced engineering programs. There is no reason to think why that should be a great egg race. So they're here, they know the rules, they're here to win. They've certainly got the brains to do it, and no, I wouldn't accept that. I think it doesn't take anything away from the credibility. And besides, these are the engineers of tomorrow. These are the guys who are going to be changing our world tomorrow. That's where they are now. They're in the universities. So what's wrong with that?
The marshals were the main focus here this evening. They were invited en masse, and I'm sure you'll be chatting to a few of them yet. They have concerns, obviously, over safety, over the fact that they're silent, these vehicles, which people, as one question that was directed at you, hearing a bike puts them alert and attentive.
I think the element of vehicles moving to a lower decibel level is inevitable. So we'll have to deal with that. However that is, some mechanisms, obviously no one's going to run a race until it's safe. No one's going to do the not just with the noise, but with the energy systems, what happens in response to an incident. Of course we're going to deal with that. The marshals have put forward some legitimate concerns, and we'll address those. We certainly have all the experts today. You've heard from the IET, who are really our UK leading expertise in this area in terms of advanced engineering. Their people will look at this and give us the guidance we need. This is going to be a safe event, as safe as it can be. Having said that, it's a road race. It's one of the most challenging road races in the world. Incidents happen, but we'll deal with them. And certainly no one is here to either jeopardize anybody. So safety is of absolute concern and will be a focus of our event.
You've got very clear rules, but those need to be converted into regulations for racing. So you're working, I presume, with the Autocycle Union on that?
The ACU have been incredibly supportive. They have sanctioned the rules that we have, and of course they are running the event. So yeah, we'll be working there and continue to work with them moving forward.
And riders, that's the next thing. Ollie Lynn's still one of the younger riders that's becoming a TT mountain course specialist is here. He wants to get on what he terms the bandwagon. What about other riders? Because they are going to have to be TT qualified.
They are, and we have a couple of challenges. Firstly, the spread of the teams that are coming is far more global than the TTs used to. So there is a challenge there. We currently have around 15 riders registered who are interested in taking part. We have
50 teams, wasn't it? Over
teams, exactly. So we need to match up. So we are appealing to riders. We're doing two things. A, we're appealing to the current TT riders, and there was a question here. Perhaps some of the Manx riders could be allowed to enter. The second thing we're doing is we're really pushing hard for the current riders in those countries to qualify for the TT license. So there is a qualification process. We're reaching out to them to hopefully they will qualify in time, and we can take it from there.
Big week coming up next week in Birmingham for you, and looking forward to going down to the bike show myself next Thursday for the launch of a bike.
Indeed, it's
people will get to see what it looks like. Indeed,
this bike isn't something we're going to enter in the race. It's a bike to demonstrate what's possible. We've put that together. It's 100 miles per hour plus all-electric bike. It has a twin motor system. It's a 14 kilowatt energy pack in there. It will go some. Direct drive, all of that. So yeah, no, we look forward to sharing that, and hopefully in January bringing it to the island. We really want to share that and share the excitement with the people here. And there may be a conceptual problem of people understanding what an electric bike could look like. And they need it to be slow. They are very sexy. You're not going to be embarrassed about being on it, and it will definitely pull the girls. And that's really the bike that we're producing. And it can still be clean. So there you go.
6 months to go. Are you confident you can pull this off now?
I think we have a level of goodwill and momentum behind this, which I think we're looking good. Hopefully, the marshals are an incredibly important part of that. So we want to work with them and allay their fears. But no, we've got a tremendous amount of goodwill in the world, actually, for what we're doing. And as I said, 20-odd countries, people are coming from an awful long way away to take part in this event. So it should be exciting no matter what happens.